pretty cool, pretty smart stuff. And there's something for like everyone who wants to use it. My favorite part about the curls is that they actually lasted. Hey guys, welcome back. I like looking cute, I like saving money, and you guys love it when I have a good dupe, so I'm back with another one. Introducing the Dream Airstyle. And let's call it spade a spade. This clearly looks like the Dyson Airwrap, and it also has the same concept, so is it a good dupe? Let's find out. So like the Airwrap, the Dream Airstyle is a super versatile 5-in-1 hair tool. You can do your blow drying, you can do straightening, curling, volumizing, and anti-frizz. 5 attachments to one handle to create very versatile looks. You can do wet to dry styling, you can do dry to dry styling, and you also have the ability to customize and avoid high temperatures if that's what you want, which is what I want all the time. I don't want to burn my hair. So let me take you through the unboxing process. As you can see, it's a big box. It's like a very nice luxurious gift, and it definitely feels very premium. So in the box you get a handle, the auto wrap barrel, the round volumizing brush, the smoothing brush, the fast dryer, and the flyaway attachment. So I'll go through all of these attachments in a little bit and also show you 3 hairstyles utilizing all of the different attachments. So this is one of them. It's a really fun, super sleek hairstyle. And yeah, this is the first time I've worn my hair straight in a really long time. Okay, so let me walk you through all of the attachments. The first one we're going to talk about is this, which is the fast dryer. It's similar technology to Dyson, where it's drying and doing all of this hair magic by the Coanda effect, the direction of like wind. I don't know. What is the Coanda effect in simple terms? The presence of an adjacent surface restricts air entrainment from the side of the surface. So yeah, kind of like what I said, right? Like directing the air a certain way and not letting it go anywhere else, and basically being able to sculpt your hair the same way. Pretty cool, pretty smart stuff. So yeah, that's the same technology that's in here. This is a fast dryer, and I've had the Airwrap before, by the way, so I do have a pretty decent comparison in terms of like how I found my Airwrap experience and how I'm finding this Dream Airstyle. With both machines in both scenarios, the one that I use the most is always this one. This fast dryer is just something that you pop on every day, especially when you're not trying to style your hair. So another reason why I really like this is because it also replaces your typical like hair dryer. So you don't need like multiple separate tools, you know, it really cuts down on the bulk. This is the auto wrap barrel, and I can't stop doing this because it's really fun. When I got the Airwrap, it was actually like very new, to the point that they didn't have this directional change yet. And so last time in the past when I had my Airwrap, we used to have like 2 different barrels for each direction. And then now with the Dream, I get to switch the direction of the wind and the Coanda effect by turning this knob right here. So it's really convenient. I only need one tool, and it's just easier for me to not have to like switch out my different heads, and it simplifies the curling process for like nice bouncy lively curls, which is one of my favorite hairstyles actually. I like curly hair. But clearly, as you can tell, straight hair is not bad on me also. So this is the smoothing brush, and you can achieve straight, sleek hair like mine. I used that today. I filmed the process so I can show you in a second. This smoothing brush has the dual purpose of simultaneously smoothing and combing out your unmanageable and fractured hair to remove frizz. And it gives you a very smooth and sleek look without looking flat, which I love. And then when you pair it with this, it is unstoppable. So this is the flyaway attachment. It's a finishing tool, so I wouldn't use it like just on its own, unless I have like really small flyaways that I want to tackle. But usually I use this in conjunction with the smoothing brush to achieve really sleek and shiny hair. I never got to try this attachment because it wasn't out yet, so I've been like really excited to give this a shot, and it did not disappoint. And then finally we have this, which I feel like is quite underrated. This is the round volumizing brush, and this is perfect for blowouts. If you're not someone who likes your hair super curly and you don't have the time to like go through the curls one by one, because it does take a while, especially if you have like thick hair like mine, it's gonna take forever. This is a really great everyday alternative, and it's like soft big Hollywood curls, and it smooths and volumizes from root to tip. So this is also a really fantastic wet to dry option. So I'll show you in a bit bit, girl, I got you. Here are 3 different hairstyles that you can try out with your dream hairstyle. So the first one, like I said, we're gonna do the classic blowout because I feel like this one is gonna be the most popular. It's a very easy and beginner friendly hairstyle as well, so everyone should be able to try it, okay? I love starting with like freshly washed damp hair, and I love that this is a way for me to blow dry and style my hair at the same time. If my hair is too damp, I will go in with the fast dryer just to sort of like zhuzh it up a little bit and get it to the perfect amount of wetness. I would say somewhere between 50 and 75 is kind of like a good sweet spot. Usually I just come out of the shower, I towel dry, I do my skincare, brush my teeth, and by that time it's already that amount anyway, so I don't actually need the dryer. And I apply my conditioners, my leave-ins, some heat protectant. The one that I enjoy using right now is the Sublimate Wonder Shield from Shiseido. It's like a leave-in conditioner and a heat protectant because it needs heat to like activate. And after applying it evenly, I just split my hair up into different sections. I usually just like to do half and half. You want to do low speed, high heat. That way you can kind of control where it goes. Like, I think it took me a little bit of time to get used to it. I initially tried out with like high speed at high heat and it just got really messy. So I think for your hair to be able to get that like nice airy curl and to be able to like prevent frizz as well, low speed, high heat is the best option I found. You want to place the brush under each section of hair and then smooth it down while maintaining like a pretty good amount of tension. I prefer doing it that way. I prefer going underneath and then curling inwards to give like a poofy, floating in the air effect. But you can do the other way as well. I've seen other people do like a Farrah Fawcett sort of look and then flip their hair over. Let me know if that works because that sounds really fun, but I haven't tried it yet. And then once the section is smooth, you want to roll up the hair around the brush. Sometimes I do just the end, sometimes I bring it all the way up, or I go through it one more time and I use the cold shot feature for 5 seconds to enhance the longevity of these like blowout curls. Sometimes your hair may fall flat, so I find that when I do a cold shot, it kind of seals in the style a little bit more and it brings down the temperature of my hair so that my hair is not fried, for lack of a better term, you know what I mean? So that's it. You just repeat the process consistently around your head. Once you're done with the bottom layer, just take your top layers out and then do the exact same thing. And for me, I'm like a bit more of a loosey-goosey kind of girl. Like, I don't very prescriptively like go over each strand like it's a work of art. I sort of just go with the flow. And I find that it just gives me a very natural and effortless but like airy and gorgeous classic blowout. So the second hairstyle I want to show you guys is of course the curly style. I want to show you how you use this auto wrap barrel, and thankfully the Airstyles barrel is longer so it fits all of my hair and I can actually curl the entire section. This one has to be drier than the classic blowout. I think this one is a lot more specific. I would say it's good to start with slightly damp hair, like 70 to 80% dry, and then of course you divide the hair into sections. You could do 2 or 3. So after that you just decide which direction you want it to curl. If you twist it inwards like this, it means it's gonna curl inwards. If you twist it outwards, then it's gonna go outwards. So it's quite easy to remember. And all you do is literally just take a section of your hair, you ensure that your ends are hanging free, and then you position the auto wrap barrel behind the dangling ends. It's like you want it to be able to automatically just wrap around the barrel, and you hold it in place until the section of hair is dry. After that, I like to utilize the cool shot, so I'll just press and hold the temperature button. It'll automatically go to cold, and I'll let it hang out there for like 5 to 10 seconds to set the style, and then slowly pull the barrel straight down to reveal the curl. For me, I like my curls to go both directions on both sides, so I'll just be like randomly changing the direction of the curls. I have to say, this is the most time consuming, especially for me because I've got very thick hair, but it's actually fun. Like, I just watch a video and then I just curl my hair. And as you can tell, like, I'm not the most talented hairstylist, okay? I'm just like a regular girl and I could still do it. And you know what is my favorite part about the curls? Is that they actually lasted. Like, I'm not joking. I think I did it like Wednesday night. It was still around by Thursday and by Friday. So I didn't wash my hair for like 2 days. I just wanted to see how the curls would hold up, and they held up. And I was actually quite surprised because one of the biggest, most common criticisms about these like Huanda curling barrels Why did I say that so weird? Koanda curling barrels is that the curls don't last. When I use the air wrap, these curls would maybe stay for 3/4 of the day if I'm lucky. But these ones, I found that even on Friday, my curls were still quite pronounced and it was definitely more than my usual amount of curl. So in case you're wondering, my natural hair texture when I come out of the bathroom is already a little bit curly because I've had a perm in the past, but it's definitely nowhere as curly as my hair was like by Thursday and Friday with the curling attachment. So I was like pretty impressed and I was like just being like, wow, do you see my hair? To my partner to be like, isn't it nice? It's curlier. And it looks very bouncy and fresh and it doesn't look like, you know, you kept it in like a barrel for super long, you know, that sort of like very crispy curl. It's not like that, it's soft. And then the final hairstyle I'm gonna show you guys how to do is this sleek PADI hairstyle, and it's with this smoothing brush. So this was the tool that I used the least in the past because I never liked straight hair, but I have to say, this is quite fire. So here's how I did it. So again, this is one of those things where I like to start with fresh, damp hair. Today, I didn't wash my hair before that, so I just started off by spraying my hair to see if it works, and you know what? It did. And then I divided my hair into my top half and bottom half again, and I just started with the bottom half and I just went to town with this brush. Like, I have no rhyme or reason, I've got no real technique, especially with this like straight brush, but I think that's the joy, is that it's very easy to use, and I just make sure that I'm pointing down or to the side for more volume and trying to keep my hairs as straight as possible. I try to control the tool and not let the tool control me, you know what I mean? I give my hair some direction into the way that it's supposed to go, and I just let it fall down naturally, so it has like a straight look, but it's not like what I said, like iron plates pressed together, that sort of like flat, still not so lively sort of straight hair look. Does that make sense? Especially because I have long hair, so when I have a lot of like very straight flat hair, it just looks a bit sad. So I like that this gives me straight hair with a little bit of life. And then once I'm done with the smoothing brush, I go with the finishing tool. This is the flyaway attachment, and I just go over it really quickly to smooth out any of the flyaways. And it also has a change of directions, so you can just use it quite simply for both sides. If I don't want my hair to be like super fried and super like snatched, then I actually like to go for the medium heat setting where it's not so hot, and I find that it's enough to give me like a straight, healthy, sleek look without doing too much. And then I go in with the flyaway attachment on high heat and high speed so that I can just like get all that frizz out. So that's how I try to minimize like heat damage to my hair when I'm styling it. And then afterwards you can leave it as is, or you can do like a half updo like I do, because I just like my hair looking snatched and then it's like straight. It's like wow. Okay, moving on to the pros and cons. Let's talk about pros first. For the most part, I really do like it. I like that it's very customizable, and there's something for like everyone who wants to use it. I personally really enjoy the low heat settings because I don't like to put a lot of heat damage on my hair, and I find that for the most part when you want to use the brushes, even when you want to use the fast dryer, I like the warm setting and then being able to just like blast it with cold air so that I make sure that the temperature doesn't go up too high and my hair health is like maintained, while still being able to do like wet to dry styling because it's very convenient and it's also very cute. It also has 3 settings for your airflow, which initially I didn't think that would make a difference, but I actually do like the low speeds because I find that it's easier to like shape your hair. Yeah, like I said, I also like that my curls lasted a really long time. I like that it feels fun to use. My enjoyment of using a product will determine whether I use it often or not, and I also like that it's quite soft, like it's not super loud. It's listed on the website, the noise level is around 76 decibels. Okay, and now for my cons. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest, this is quite big. Like, this is actually bigger than the Dyson Airwrap, if I can remember. This barrel is longer than what I'm used to, which is actually helpful, but I feel like what's not really helpful is having this handle so long, because I don't know if you can tell, but I am in like a smaller area and I have my table right in front of me. So when the handle is like really big, it can be quite cumbersome, especially when you're trying to like do this. I feel like I'm knocking on stuff, like cables are in the way, and it's just not very ergonomic. And I'm just nitpicking at this point. These 2 buttons should be nearer together, like maybe the lights can go up. Because it took me a while to really learn where the temperature button is and to have the speed closer to the power before the temperature. And because most of my other hair dryers and the airwrap, they have the temperature button so close to the power that I forget that this one is not like that. So I do struggle with it a little bit. I've gotten more used to it now. But yeah, just a heads up, for the first few times I definitely was going back and forth being like, where is it? Also, my hands are teeny tiny. I can't reach the temperature button, so I have to use my other hand to shift it, which is not so convenient for me. The other con is I missed the cool shot button. The Dyson Airwrap has a cool shot button that you can press and it'll immediately go to cool air, and the second you stop holding it, it'll go back to the same temperature that it was. So you activate the cool shot on the AirStyle by holding the temperature button, but it doesn't switch back once you let go. So again, it's like an additional extra step that I feel like is quite redundant. If they just put the button here and then added a cool shot button here or something, I would be very, very happy. It would be very useful, especially for the curling process, because I want to do that more because it looks really nice. Oh, in terms of price, the Dyson Airwrap, the last I checked, was retailing for $849. The Dream Airstyle costs around $534 the last time I checked, so you do save around $300, which is quite significant. And I would argue that my curls actually showed up even better on the AirStyles, and it ships from Singapore. It's ready stock. There's 2 years official warranty, and they have a service center in Singapore, so it's not like you're missing out on the customer care and the aftercare and the service. So yeah, I can safely and heartily recommend you try out the Dream Airstyle. Let me know if you are interested in trying this out, if you've already got it. What is your favorite hairstyle? If you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and send it to a friend and be like, yo, this girl knows how to do hair. Thank you so much for hanging out again, and I make videos every alternate Wednesday, so I'll see you 2 Wednesdays from now. We're still on that declutter diary, so next week we'll be doing either my skincare or my makeup declutter, and it'll be like a doozy, so stick around for that. Bye!